Hello, beautiful wild hearts, and welcome to the cycle report for the 28th of October 2020. I sit here in Jojo Wooreen country in Central Highlands, Victoria, Australia, in the Southern Hemisphere. Before I launch into this report, I just wanted to really give my love and support to the Jojo Wooreen people who are protecting the birthing trees. I was absolutely devastated that the Andrews government cut down the directions tree, and I just wanted to stand here in solidarity with those traditional owners of that land. It's fucking devastating, actually. So, with that, we are here at Beltane, which is the festival of life force. In the Southern Hemisphere, the traditional date is the 31st of October. That's right, it is not Halloween, peoples. In the Southern Hemisphere, it is Beltane, which is a celebration of life force. In the Northern Hemisphere, they are celebrating death because they are in the deepest descent before winter solstice, which is the veils of the thinnest between death and ancestors. But here in the Southern Hemisphere, we're at the veils of the thinnest of the time of the fairies. It is a time of sacred union and coming together and abundance and juiciness. I mean, look behind me, the weeds are gone crazy. The flowers are opening up, it's emerging into the light, and to celebrate life force, celebrate life. What are your passions? What are your desires? How are you teaching your children to honor their own passion desires? It's time to dress up as fairies, to dance around the fire, the Beltane fire. Beltane meaning bright fire. It's the sun that is coming into full emergence. But not quite there, which is summer solstice, which is the peak, but we are emerging certainly into the light. So with that light, we are coupled up against a full moon. This full moon is big and strong. It sits in the star sign of Taurus, which is the earth realm. It's the fixed earth here on this earth. Here we are. And what a combination of celebration, of full moon illumination, of how you are on this earth. How are you celebrating life? Being here in this body, this earthly body that you've been gifted. It is such a gift to be a part of these times, especially at these times when everything is changing, old ways that no longer serve, that keep us, small, are dying away. They're being stripped back, and this will happen faster and faster as the next few years come upon us. But, you can already feel the, the life vibration of love merging higher and higher, and we've got to meet that. Beltane is the perfect time to really meet those, bits of ourselves that, to surrender more and more into love. And if you're not able to surrender into love, what a great time to dive into this and say, where are my barriers? Where am I being blocked to open my heart to receive and to give from the heart space? That is Beltane in a nutshell. And to just, take in the beauty that is all around you. If you see behind me these beautiful calendula, which is a healing herb flower, very, very powerful, coming to greet you. The roses here behind me, actually this is crabapple blossom, in these crazy grasses that have sprung up with all this beautiful rain and this beautiful warmth. This is a full illumination of this love and beauty that's all surrounding us. And what a great thing to really just sing it up. Really fucking sing up life force and to step into yourself with full open heart and love. Actually, there's not much else to say after that. Not Halloween. We're not here in the Southern Hemisphere celebrating death. Although life informs death, and I get that. And I think the main message of this cycle report is actually to step into what is here and now and not what you want it to be. I think, the more that we connect and open our hearts to what is actually around us, to be with what is, and to connect with the land that is with us, and not the land or the season or, what we want things to be, I think the more whole we can step into our wholeness, because it's actually an acceptance of what is, and not try and make something that is actually not. And to teach the children that, I think that's really, really important, because they're going to need it. As the structures fall away, and we'll see more of this. So we've already had the COVID, and seeing things fall away and really questioning our life within that. It's going to keep coming as things rise up to the surface. And how can we be with what is in its full illuminationness, which is what this full moon is calling us to do. How can we be with what is here on this earthly realm in its fullness, when it comes up, whether it's coming up from the underworld to be seen, or the scratchy wobbly bits, or the scratchy wobbly bits that come from above, when we go, can I really accept and receive this beauty that's all around me? And to just lean into that, as Jane Hardwick Collins would say, lean into these things that make us, stir in our bellies and stir in our hearts, and to come to be an acceptance of what is here and now, that will steadfast us, I think, solid ground for the years to come. So with that, I invite also to be with what is, for just for women who are bleeding, to lean into what are their body cycles. So clearly I'm ovulating at Beltane, and this is what this looks like. Whereas in 2 weeks' time, I won't be in this place, and I'll be back in my holy leggings moping around the house, just really tired, and to really honor, to go, okay, I really need to honor my body here. But at the moment it's full energy, and it's actually makeup and earrings, and I'm wearing a crown. Actually, I've been filming my Beltane e-course, so just to give a plug to that, my Beltane e-course will be available this week. So if you want to learn more about what the hell is Beltane, and how can I connect deeper into what is actually happening here in the Southern Hemisphere, that would be an awesome $25 course, to give you idea of what Beltane is, ritual and ceremony ideas, how can you pull the community together and your family and your friends to celebrate life force. It's also activities you can do, and there's a poem in there, and there's a drum journey to meet your inner lover. So $25, like really, really cheap to really, and the educational value, I think, that you can gain and, send out to your community, friends and family, will be beyond that. And you'll see ripples effects of that come into the harvest. So that will be available as from now. So I'll send the link, actually. I'll connect the link to the bottom of this. Also, we're starting the next Invoking Inanna journey in January, which is an all-gendered circle. So the temple of Inanna back in the day, like thousands of years ago, was open to everybody, both men, women and children. And so we're inviting all genders, male, female, non-binary. We all have it within us. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female, or somewhere in between. We all have both the masculine and feminine within us. So I invite you to come in to the Temple of Inanna, to let go and shed as we go into the underworld, letting go to meet the Dark Goddess. And then we sit in the underworld, the luscious space of full connectivity to the cosmos, and then we ascend back into our light, able to hold the light that is within us. So if that is calling to you, I'll put the link to that up below too. So that is happening in January 2021, and that will be online with an optional invitation to do a wilderness solar in between. So from my heart to your Beltane hearts, with so much love, full moon love, thank you for listening. Bye.